Nightline is brought to you by AXA, world leaders in insurance.
Tonight, the murder of American journalist Daniel Pearl has Pakistan's president vowing to find the killers. A British queen meets a New Zealand queen. It's a whole lot of blues for the Hurricanes. And Kylie shows off and goes off at the Brit Awards.
This is Nightline with Rebecca Singh.
Kia ora, good evening. The Pakistani president is under immense pressure tonight after confirmation of the death of kidnapped American journalist Daniel Pearl. A video of Pearl's execution was handed to Pakistani police. The news has shocked his family and colleagues.
We're heartbroken at his death. Danny was an outstanding colleague, a great reporter, and a dear friend of many at the Journal. His murder is an act of barbarism. It makes a mockery of everything that Danny's kidnappers claim to believe in.
Based in Bombay, India, Pearl was pursuing leads in Pakistan on accused airplane shoe bomber Richard Reed, when the reporter was apparently lured into a trap set up by terrorists with possible links to al-Qaeda, according to intelligence officials. The chief suspect, Omar Saeed Sheikh, British-born, well-educated at the London School of Economics, previously jailed in India after an earlier kidnapping, released as part of a hostage exchange to end an airplane hijacking. Tonight, a family spokesman in California.
We grieve with the many who have known him in his life, and we weep for a world that must reckon with his death.
Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh have arrived in the country for a 5-day visit, but it was MP Georgina Beyer that the British media were more interested in. The tabloid journalists were ready with the juicy headlines when the transsexual MP shook hands with the Queen.
The Queen arrived after an 18-hour trip from Jamaica on a Boeing 777, the first time such a plane has landed in Wellington. All was ready for Her Majesty's appearance, except for the fact that the stairs were narrower than the door. Eventually, the problem was solved, and the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh descended onto New Zealand soil for the first time in 7 years. Among those there to welcome them, not the Prime Minister, but Labour's transsexual MP, Georgina Beyer. The Queen meets a Queen, the reporter from Britain's Sun newspaper excitedly observed. Her Majesty seemed rather to enjoy it all. A quick inspection of the Tri-Service Royal Guard, then it was on to another plane and off to Taupo. Tomorrow a free day, then engagements until Tuesday when the royal couple leave for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Australia. It's the Queen's 10th visit to New Zealand. These pictures are from her first at the beginning of 1954. Then huge crowds came to see her. A young Queen at the beginning of her reign, captivating a nation that still saw itself as a branch office of England. These days, there's less controversy and far fewer people. The Queen, who arrived in her Golden Jubilee year at Taupo this afternoon, comes calling in a relatively low-key fashion these days. The children outside Taupo Airport, a remembrance of things past.
To the UK, and one of television's best-known entertainers has died after a long battle with cancer. He starred in a series of British cop shows from Z-Cars and The Sweeney to Morse.
A familiar face on television screens for decades, Thor played some of British TV's most famous characters, but he was perhaps best known for his role as Inspector Morse.
Thinking, Lewis, thinking, old or new, would be a very welcome change all round.
Last year, Thor was awarded one of the acting world's highest honours, the BAFTA Fellowship. England's football captain David Beckham has signed a new contract, not with his club Manchester United, but with British retailer Marks & Spencer. While not known for wearing chain store clothes himself, Beckham will promote and even help design a new range of clothes for boys. Who knows, possibly even posh knickers. And a Michigan man believes his dog has the longest tongue in the world. When John Scheid bought his boxer, Brandy, 7 years ago, the dealer said she'd grow bigger to match her long tongue. But she didn't. Despite this, experts say the dog is perfectly healthy. Claire Sylvester, 3 News.
Back home, insect nets have claimed another 2 of the rare North Island Hector's dolphins. One was found entangled at the mouth of the Manukau Harbour and the other south of the Manukau Heads. There are barely 100 of the dolphins in existence, and Doc is dismayed at the decline. 7 are known to have perished in the past 2 years despite efforts to trace the set netters. To sport now, and the Blues have blown away the Hurricanes 8-1 in the Super 12 opener in the capital tonight. The Blues backs were just too good for the home side. Winger Doug Howlett starring with 4 tries.
On the go, and here's a chance for Rico Gear. Doug Howlett. Here comes the opening try of the season, right from the 22 of the Hurricanes. Now Spencer. Here's Zalbao. He's got support there too. Now he offloads. And another try coming up for Doug Howlett. That's that explosive pace. And Howlett grabs number 2.
The game was effectively over when Hurricanes halfback Jason Spice got a consolation try for the home side, the Blues winning 60-7. It's the biggest score the Hurricanes have ever conceded in the Super 12. To entertainment news, and the winners at the recent Brit Awards included Dido, Westlife and Kylie. No surprises there. There was the usual award speeches and some great live performances. The only thing we regrettably always miss is the after party, but this year we had a spy.
The glitz and glam and grinding girls, the flesh, the fans, the flashes, and the big awards shows. That's what makes the music world go round. Dido won both Best Female and Best British Album.
I want to thank my mum and my dad. You've been amazing. But most of all, I want to thank my brother, Rollo. I do all of this with him. He's my musical partner. He's my best friend.
Likewise, Kylie won 2 awards and performed. We wonder if she knew some sick director was going to ask for this shot, or perhaps she requested it. Sting also performed and shared some philosophy.
Music is its own reward, and that's all I need to say. Good night.
But the most important event of the night, and no cameras were allowed. At 3 a.m. after party time, Nightline received an email from someone who was actually there. Our secret witness wrote, I quote, Brian McFadden of Westlife had a brawl with UK hip-hoppers the So Solid crew. Names were called, bottles were thrown, rock and roll. End quote. Sharon Ferguson, 3 News.
Well, the traffic is bad, the hotels are full, and some shows are sold out. But the New Zealand Festival brings a $20 million bonanza for Wellington's economy and some of the best acts in the world to the capital.
A blessing to open Wellington's 10th Arts Festival. An event that local businesses certainly see as something of a blessing for them. Cafes like the Nico at the City Gallery are extending hours over the festival's 3-week run. The owners expect a double trade and are boosting staff numbers in order to cope.
Well, we've employed probably twice as many staff as we normally do, put on a special menu for the evening, and tried to just offer something for people to come and have before the show.
It's the pulling power of the shows which will decide the event's failure or success. Festival organisers say they've tried to select first-class works that are fresh and multi-layered, like the French-Canadian music drama Leitmotif, one of the opening shows.
We thought that theatre would be a good way to speak about war, but we did it in a very, the story is very simple, very generic. It's the way it's staged, the way we use music and live video, and it's very, very moving.
Big, beautiful and inspiring. It's works like this Henry Moore sculpture which perfectly symbolise how the festival organisers hope the public will see the New Zealand Festival. And with shipping costs of these sculptures alone at around $150,000, they're also hoping that the high quality of art will translate into healthy ticket sales. Economic impact studies put the 2000 festival's net worth to Wellington City at $22 million odd. A similar prediction's been made for this year's event. The financial outcome will ultimately rest on the event's ability to tap into all kinds of audiences.
And the weather is looking dismal, I'm sorry to say, so no matter which way you look at it, the weather spells rain and cloud over both the North and South Islands. Here's the bad news for your patch of paradise.
Golden curls. You could make grown men gasp when you go walking past them in your hot pants and high heels. They could not believe that such a body was for real. It seemed like rainbows would appear whenever you came near. The clouds would disappear because you looked just like a girl. Your baby blues would flash and suddenly a spell was cast. You're such a delicate boy.
Thanks for your late night company. It's been great having you. Carolyn Robinson's back on Monday. Have a lovely weekend. I'm Rebecca Singh. Good night.
Nightline was brought to you by AXA, world leaders in insurance.